Hello, everybody. It's Demon here. Thank you so much for tuning into the Demon Cast. You're listening to Clash of Dragons, Episode 4B. So we're recording. Daniel Hunt. Describe yourself.
Well, I'm here for one thing, and that's me. All I care about is money, and that's all I intend to get. Doesn't matter what I do, or what I will do, I'm gonna get it.
Okay, can you give me a physical description of Daniel?
Daniel is 6 foot tall, with with mostly blonde hair, and though he is a little bit graying, he is a lawful evil person. He is human, and he is an investigator gunslinger.
Okay. So I see an issue right here.
Okay.
Lawful evil. Murdering somebody is not lawful.
You're right. So how about
I would go with neutral evil.
Yeah, I'm going to go with neutral evil, and I'll fix that in the sheet later.
Okay. So
I came up with the alignment before I came up with his exact character.
yeah, I understood. Berkensted. Berkensted is a city between Golden Springs and the capital of Kaldrovac. And it is a big enough city to have a magister. The magister is basically a Fire Islander put in place by the Empire of Flames to oversee the going-ons in the let's call it the city and surrounding area. The Coven of Sterilex is paying 5,000 gold to anyone who can bring them the head of this magister. That's a lot of coin.
It is a lot.
So, you arrive in Berkensted. It's a city on the river. A lot of the trade and whatnot obviously comes via the river. There's a keep close to the river, which is where you find the mayor and a lot of times your target, the magister. Keep is surrounded by large walls. They do let people in, supposedly for kind of like, hey, let's go talk to the Jarl or Earl. It's an Earl, not a mayor.
The Jarl of Whiterun.
Yeah, Jarl is north. Earl is, well, England area, I think. Yeah. Beyond that, the city stretches outward from there. There is another layer of walls before there is more city that sprawls out undefended.
Okay.
You know that the Magister is a man by the name of Simon Verclav, and that he is black as night. Other than that, you don't know too much.
Okay. So where am I currently?
West entrance of the city.
Do the guards just let anybody in?
There's not even a gate here. Just kind of like, oh, the farm's turned into like suburban type deals where it's more artisans and whatnot, and all of a sudden you're in like more city-like things. Then you get to a gate, and while it is watched, it's not thoroughly watched. They just kind of let people pass. They're clearly not looking for individuals.
Okay. So Daniel walks right in.
Okay.
And so what generally is, what district of the town is he in? Like, what kind of stuff is in this part of the town?
Primarily residential. Market districts get a little more towards the center. There's plenty of artisan shops and whatnot around.
All right. And Daniel starts making his way to the center of town.
Okay. Center of town itself is a little bit south of the keep.
Okay.
And kind of a distance from the river itself. But the center is full of markets and taverns and inns and all the wonderful stuff that everybody tends to come to. There's a large amount of, ox and horse-drawn carts being pulled to this, filled with goods and whatnots.
Daniel looks around for someone important in the area. Should he roll a perception check?
Important how?
Looks like a bureaucrat of some kind.
Sure, roll me perception.
Okay. Eventually I will get very fast at doing this. 19.
19, huh? Politician of the local government, maybe not, but you do find yourself a high-ranking member of one of the guilds in town. He's well-dressed, kind of sticks out a little bit, but he's directing some people around and yelling at some subordinates. And once he's done yelling at people, he kind of looks around and takes a deep breath as he's slightly relieved about something.
Daniel walks up to him and inquires, I saw you were a bit perturbed about something. Is there anything I can do to help?
No. Just lazy people not pulling their weights. No problem.
What are they supposed to be doing?
Pulling carts.
Oh.
Yeah. No issues here.
What is your guild?
We're the merchants. We run most of the trade here.
Interesting.
You looking for work?
Actually, I am.
Okay, well, you can talk to our HR department through that door over there.
All right. Thank you.
No problems.
Daniel heads over in the direction of the HR department.
Okay. Basically, there is a doorway. There's windows with iron bar type things that you can kind of see that there's people going in. The iron bars is like, security, but, something that you'd have there for the night when there's nobody inside. Doors are open.
Okay. Daniel walks right in.
Okay. Kind of set up like a bank, whereas you have a bunch of people behind cages, I guess, slightly separated from people. There's some dealings with coins being pushed around and notes being pushed around and whatnot, and you can try to find somebody free if you wish.
Daniel looks around for the closest free person.
There's a half-elf girl over there.
Daniel walks up.
Can I help you, sir?
I'm looking for work.
Oh, okay. What skills do you have?
Well, I'm pretty good with a gun, but I've also got some skills in investigations.
So you want like a security position? Is what you're looking for?
That sounds good to me.
I'll have to speak to my boss. Can I get your name?
Daniel Hunt.
Right. I can get this to my manager, and he can give you an interview, perhaps.
All right. Thank you.
She goes and does that. A larger man will come out from around the cages, so not separated from the people. Is Daniel Hunt?
That's me.
All right. He holds his hand out to greet you. He's a large man, only 6 foot tall, graying hair, short beard, well dressed. You're looking for security positions, huh?
Daniel shakes his hand back. I am.
All right. Interested in caravan security or local deals?
Local deals would be my yes.
Interesting. Well, follow me, and I'll take you to my desk here.
All right.
So, and he'll sit you down at a desk. Has a single window that lets light in. On the other side of the wall is a magical light that keeps the rest of the room illuminated. Experience with security.
I've been with my gun pretty much my entire life, and I've had to earn a living on my own. I've done plenty of security jobs over the years.
Such as?
Well, I used to protect caravans near the farms out back west.
West? Out towards Golden Spring? Or, I can't remember that little town to the north.
It was a smaller town, probably the one closer to the north.
Okay. Interesting. It's a untamed area out there.
Especially when there's risk of getting ambushed.
Okay, and you're looking for city work now. Tired of being out on the range?
Yeah, it gets lonely out when there's no people for miles and miles.
I can understand that. Nice to be in town. How are you at counting?
You mean math?
Yes.
Pretty good.
What is 27 divided by 3?
Time freezes as something happens.
As the players are not as smart as the characters. It happens.
9. You know that right off the top of my head.
All right, very good. You would not believe how many people can't actually get that.
Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah, simple folk thinks in terms of adding and subtracting. Multiplication division tends to be a higher folks' interest.
It's important with security work if you're counting how many people coming in and out.
Exactly. We seem to be on the same page. All right, so don't have any high positions right now. We can start you with night security, if you're interested in. You'd be up with 3 or 4 other guards just patrolling the estates.
All right.
If that's something you're interested in, it pays roughly 20 gold a week.
All right. That sounds good to me.
All right. Can you show up tomorrow night? We can get you outfitted and trained up.
Just give me a time and I'll be there.
Tomorrow night at dusk.
Got it.
All right. I look forward to working with you, Mr. Hunt.
Same to you.
I'll shake your hand again.
Shakes hand back.
Congratulations. You came here to kill somebody and you left with a job.
You got to start somewhere. And Daniel understands patience.
It's important.
Also, I am not here to impress anyone with that voice. That accent is awful, and I understand that. It's to differentiate the character from my other characters.
Well, the nice thing about this is, like the Draconic people who have a Russian-y sounding accent have a fake Russian-y sounding accent, and it doesn't matter if it's correct because there's no Russia here. So, fake Russian accent is the accent of the Fire Isles.
Cool. Where would the Western accent be then? Because that's what I've given my character.
A little bit north of where you're at, actually. That's kind of those central no man's lands up towards the south of the Star Sea. So basically northwest Ironhold to out in the no man's land. It's full of knolls, and the Iron Snake runs through that area. So, Daniel, what other types of things are you looking at before you start your slow progress towards your goal?
I think he probably also wants to start making allies early.
All right. What type of allies are you looking for?
Allies that would agree with his alignment, no matter what his actions are.
Okay. So, seedier underbelly or more complex criminals?
Probably more complex because he doesn't want morons.
You want to familiar yourself with your target as you're searching for people?
Yes, he wants to start building out a profile.
Okay. This is where I look at skills, and for some stupid reason, I do not have a sheet open. So I will go click the character sheet in the book. I think we'll go with a diplomacy role, just as general talking to people and, learning the ins and outs of the city.
All right.
So, roll me a diplomacy.
Oh, it just so happens that's a really good skill of his. I think. Yes. Wait. Yes. Okay.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna get all the gossip. Okay, so that's a 28. So crime was pretty rampant a couple years ago as the economy started going to shit. They replaced the previous magistrates with this new guy, a Simon Verclaff. Big black guy, carries a big black axe, doesn't tend to wear a shirt, like he's usually walking around in pants and boots. Talks in heavy fake Russian accent, which is what we use for Draconic here. Fire Islander, black skin, red eyes. So he came in and he has a tendency to do this Fire Isles style law. It's a lot of it tends to be very fair, yet rather brutal. So, rape, punishable by death. Murder, punishable by death. Arson, oftentimes punishable by death. Thievery, there's, grand larceny, which is where you steal a whole bunch of shit. That has your arm immediately removed. And petty theft tends to get you branded with a T on your left arm, or left hand. Catch you again, they cut it off. Catch you one more time stealing, it's off with your head. So the jail cells are really more of a a housing for people waiting a trial or deposition type thing, and waiting execution.
Right.
There is some stuff to do with stockades that are more local law type things and are not very capital punishment worthy.
Yeah.
What other scores? You learned that he doesn't live in the keep. You'd think he would, but he don't. He lives in a rather modest little building off to the north. And he is a frequent visitor of the local brothel. He seems to have a taste for both men and women, and rumor is he has a 10-year-old wife.
Interesting. That is a lot of useful information.
Well, you rolled really fucking well. Other things of note, the Earl of the Birkinghamstead in Ironhold, or Birkinghamstead in Ironhold, is Earl Etsidzana. He's a pudgier man, a little bit more decadent, certainly more vibrant and showy. He likes his wealth that his earldom gives him. He works directly for the King of Ironhold, though of course he has to accede to all of Simon's demands, as these Fire Islanders basically own Ironhold. It is a territory of the Empire of Flame.
Interesting.
That comes as no surprise to you, as you're familiar with Ironhold in general.
Right.
So, probably pretty good for the day. You're probably going to end up starting your job. I don't think we need to roleplay this.
Okay.
As long as this is just kind of like your cover for now.
Yeah, he's going to settle into his cover. How much time do you think should pass?
We'll give it a little while. What other things are you doing? We're trying to find the backhand of the city, right?
Yes.
So, it's definitely harder to find here because everybody's afraid of having their freaking head chopped off. But,
Where there is demand, there is supply.
Yes. You can indeed locate some peoples.
Sieg located one instantly.
What do you do, look in a mirror?
No, remember the very first thing we ever see of him, he buys a mushroom off a shady looking fellow and then eats it.
That's Holden Spring. This is Birkenstead.
Right.
Different city.
I'm just saying in general.
Yeah. So that kind of stuff is a little more difficult to find. You do find your drug dealer type people. That apparently is not a offense in Fire Isles culture. So they're, as far as Fire Islanders go, they're perfectly fine to operate here. Not so legal under the Earl, though. Earl. I gotta make sure I say Earl, not Jarl. And you can backtrack him to find a fence. Alright. We got this figured out. The fence, Jocelyn. She's a human-like tiefling in her late 20s. She's a woman. Moderately attractive. She has a general store as a front. It's called the Bright Star. It's close to the Market District here. The informant, Grinning Jack. He's an elf in the, I suppose, later looks of life, though it's hard to tell with elves. He's well built, but he's a bit creepy and disconcerting to be around. He runs as an informant for the legal guild in town. Your lawyer, Angela White. The secret to her, she's actually a succubus. 30s, disarmingly attractive, sweet, pleasant voice, very angelic in nature, and that's kind of how she gets you. She's a lawyer, she works for the legal guild, and your larcenist, or cat burglar, is named by, a wee Irish halfling by the name of Cat Birder. 30s, he's a performer by day and a cat burglar by night. And he's got that weird wee Irish accent. It's not quite right, but that's okay, because Ireland don't exist in here. I'm having a lot of fun with that one, is.
So let's see, we've got a John Marston ripoff and Irish ripoff.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Marston, ain't no good round here.
Yeah.
What were those people? Mr. McFarley. Whatever. It's been a while since I played that game. So, let's discuss our plan. Your plan. You need a fall person. Possibly a group would be useful.
It just so happens to be a group of adventurers.
Yeah, there is. You got the knowledge that your group of adventurers is coming in here, and they'd make the perfect fall people because they're dealing with all these dragon cultist people and stuff that are generally against Akaresh. So they make the perfect fall guys. The question is, how do we incriminate them? Get the heat off of us.
Well, I think that if we give them a bag of holding with a magic seal on it, and in that bag of holding, we put in that magister's axe, and we give it to them. We sell it to them for cheap, and then we have the magic lock on them expire, and that's when we blame them.
I can handle a bag of holding with a magic lock. That's possible. The axe is worth a pretty penny, though.
Exactly. We use that as evidence.
I kind of want the axe.
It's true, but think about it this. If we get control of the town, we can make so much more than that.
It is true.
How many people are in this circle?
This is your 4 guys. Your larcenist, your fence, your informant, and your lawyer.
So,
and you. And you. Let's not forget you.
Yeah. So, are they splitting the gold? How is that working for the bounty?
Sounds decent. It's kind of up to you. You're doing most of the work, so you probably take a slightly higher percentage.
Yeah.
It may be 50% of the bounty, plus they each get their share of the rest.
That sounds good.
Right. Though, we could sell the axe and have more.
Yeah, but that's short term.
Yes,
that axe has so much more value if we hold on to it.
He's right, you know. We gotta incriminate them, and once we take out that magister, we'll be rolling in the dough. We'll be having our arms and shit chopped off anytime somebody wants to steal a frickin' apple.
Now, if we did that, how would we build our business?
One thing at a time. We gotta deal with the Magister first. Businesses can grow, provided the right legal restrictions are lifted.
Exactly.
So let's just focus on the main job first. I'll get you your bag. The timing for this has to be right. Recording. So, in-house recon of Simon Verclass estate. You can very accurately predict when he goes in and out, and you wait for a day that he takes his little ward with him. So,
Right.
pretty simple. You wait till nobody's coming and going. And how are you getting in this house?
Let's see. What is my best skill? Knowledge engineering. Could I say that would be good for getting a lock open?
What's your disabled device?
I don't have anything in it. Wait, no, I'm confused. It's charisma dex doesn't have anything filled in. So nothing.
Bit strange. Let me roll up and click on your character sheet.
Yeah, maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Use magic device has nothing. Disabled device has nothing. Interesting.
Okay.
What's your dexterity? 4 minus 2. So you get a +2 to it.
Okay. First he attempts to pick the lock first.
Okay. Yeah, roll me a electric.
+2, you said?
Yep. Okay. Utter failure. You can't get this damn thing open.
Okay.
Lockpicking has never been your forte.
I've got really good acrobatics. Does he have a chimney?
Well, he definitely has a chimney. He's got some upstairs windows and whatnot you could get up to also.
I'm going to try... Okay, so first I look at the chimney to see if there's any smoke rising.
There is.
Okay, so scratch that. I go upstairs and I try to get in, check to see if any of the windows are unlocked.
All right, you can give me... You have a climb.
Climb is 0.
Terrible. All right. You can give me an acrobatics to shimmy up a certain area.
Acrobatics is 9.
Basically, there's a place where there's vines and shit you can climb up, and you have to acrobatics
Nat
your way
20.
over. That'll do it. 29. Hell yeah. You can make your leap across from one building to the next and onto his. And they don't tend to lock the windows very often way up here. And,
all right, so I get inside.
You can get inside. Give me a perception check.
Perception is also one of my good skills, I think. Yeah, perception is 7. $14.
Okay. You do hear the humming of the cleaning lady or the servant lady who takes care of his quarters. But you are upstairs, and this sounds like it's coming from downstairs.
And this is a modest-sized house?
It's modest. It's actually a really good size for servants' quarters. As far as the other houses that are around here, it's rather small. To a commoner, this would be beautiful. But
okay.
It's a 2-story thing. It's got a small servant's quarters of its own, put off the side for, obviously, the maid person. She probably downstairs cooking or something, judging by the smells.
I look around. So I'm in the servants' quarters.
You are upstairs. There are bedrooms up here.
I look around for any keys.
Okay. First of all, give me
Perception?
a stealth check.
Okay. 14.
Plenty good enough.
All right,
Okay.
so perception check?
Yeah, why don't you give me perception?
18.
I am going to say, yeah, you can find some keys. Actually, like, hanging on a rack is a couple keys. Like, you find this in his room, which is clearly his room. It's got a big, basically a hanger for a large axe. It's not what you would sleep in. It's more like a bunch of, bedrolls and stuff on the ground. Big, comfy pillow type things. It's almost like an Arabian type feel, where it's a lot of, hey, here's some drapes and some comfy cushions to sleep on, as opposed to an actual bed.
Interesting.
Nice dresser. It's kind of sparse, but everything here is also very nice.
Okay.
It's all well built. It seems quality of its functionality seems to be much higher than its looks.
Okay, so what are some other things I could definitely do here?
Okay. Well, sneaking around, you can indeed pick up some keys if you so desire. That might actually be noticed.
Okay. Yes, that would be noticed really quick. If I wanted to take the keys, I probably wouldn't want to do it for longer than a day.
Yeah. You could possibly jury-rig the shutter that you came through to be able to be opened from the outside.
Hey, wait a minute. Are silencers a thing in this world?
It's a silencing oil, actually. So yes, it is a gunslinger-specific thing.
Well, my friend, I have a brilliant idea.
What's that?
I don't even have to get into the house more than once. All I have to do is make sure that either the window is open or there isn't anything blocking it, or getting the shutters, whatever. Then just take him out from the outside of the house.
Interesting. You still need to get in to chop off his head.
That is true.
And get his axe. I'll give you another thing you'd notice is that there's another bedroom in here that is clearly a little girl's room. It's kind of set up in the same way, but more girlish colors, and there's toys and shit.
All right. I head over to the girls' room and I look around.
Okay. Like I said, basically similar setup. Nice plush cushion things to be sleeping on. She does have some wall decorations that don't really fit here. Well, you want to roll me maybe a knowledge local check or a knowledge geography check?
Whichever's higher, I guess.
If you have either one of those.
I do not currently, not at level 3.
Would you like to give me a basic intelligence check?
My intelligence is just 1d20, I think.
No pluses?
It's 11.
Okay, no pluses.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You're not familiar with these symbols and whatnot. Definitely not from around here. Seems rather foreign, but doesn't really have that draconic feel to it. So that's interesting.
Okay.
Other than that, it looks like a little girl's room. There's nice, pretty dresses all lined up for her.
Is there anything? Do you think there'd be anything interesting in the dresses? Like maybe in the pockets?
No, this looks like just regular dresses. There's no actual pockets to these things. This is just kind of your, hey, go look pretty thing.
Okay. So there's nothing else interesting in that room?
Not really.
Okay, so let me see if there's anything. Is there anything else I could be doing right now in this house other than jury rigging the shutters?
Well, I think the original question you had is, does him and the girl have a separate room? And the answer is clearly yes.
Yes, and that's very useful.
You found yourself a way to get up and to quietly sneak in.
And my strength is basic. Okay, interesting. Okay, so I guess there's nothing else to do except jury rig the shutters.
Okay.
And just for clarification, I do not take the keys.
Okay, that is good. You can give me a disabled device. I guess engineering. You could do an engineering check.
Okay.
Wow.
28.
Yeah. You got it just right. You can open it from the outside without anybody noticing it.
Awesome.
Great. So, anything else that you would like to do while you're here? Did you hear your lady down there?
I don't think so.
Probably best to get out soon.
Yeah, I leave. I make my exit.
All right. Okay. So there's a couple things you need. You said potion of invisibility for your escape plan.
Yes.
You have the bag, and you need that silencing oil for your rifle or your musket.
Yes.
All right. You wait to the appropriate day. Basically, this is the night before you expect these adventure people to get into town. Super good news. You get the information and are ready to move. These guys have made it to town and are an inn on the very edge of town. So, this is your night. You have to, A, kill this guy. B, chop off his head. C, sneak into these people's rooms and... No, you were going to sell it, weren't you?
Yes, I'm going to take his axe and put it... Oh, remember, I also have that bag with me.
Yes, you do have the bag. So, yeah. So you're going to want to meet them beforehand. So, brilliant. There's only one inn over there, so you can probably sell it to them as they get their inn stay.
Okay, so how are we going to do this without all of them here?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We'll pull a specific one off to the side.
Great.
Yeah. Probably the one who's dumb enough to buy shrooms.
All right, you want to do this part?
Yeah, let's do this. So, You got to go. It has to be tonight.
All right. Daniel heads to the inn that Sieg and the rest of the party are staying.
Okay.
What time is it right now?
I don't know. I'm super confused. You were supposed to go assassinate the guy first.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Never mind. Sorry.
Let me- You gotta put the thing in the bag first.
Hey, you want to buy this empty magic bag?
So.
Okay. Start over.
You got the go ahead. Everything's fallen into line. You're ready to go. You wait till the lights go out in this person's house, and you give it just enough time. He goes to bed fairly early because he's got to wake up fairly early, which is nice. Eventually, the maid's quarters light goes out as well.
First of all, he takes a look at the window to make sure everything's in line.
Everything seems to be untouched and unaltered, just the way you left it.
He takes aim and makes sure that he can get a direct shot at his head.
Yeah, window's closed.
Okay. So he heads.
Give me your
Daniel.
Give me your acrobatics check again.
Okay. Acrobatics is +9.
Okay. You expertly leap over to the next building and close to the window. And of course, you left it in just such a manner that you could quietly open it up whilst it is locked from the inside. So you can do that.
Perfect. I take aim. Right.
Sure. You can line it up from here.
Okay, so
It is a little difficult to see, though.
okay. Let me pull up Musket Master. Steady aim. So I'm going to use steady aim. Increases the accuracy.
I am going to give you a mischance for darkness.
Okay.
You want me to roll it, or should I roll it? Wait, that's the same thing.
What?
Do you want to roll it, or should I roll it?
The roll the mischance?
Yeah.
You do it.
Oh. What does that mean? Oh. Okay.
Okay. I'm just nervous. This is all or nothing. All right. So it is 1d20 plus 6?
Yeah.
No. Yes? Okay.
From what I see.
23.
Okay. So you fire your gun, and you can hear the hammer click, but due to your nice fine oil, which you spent a pretty penny on, the sound of the musket is rather muffled. It makes a fairly silent you miss. Slightly off to the left of his head. Let's give him a perception check, which he rolls a nat 20. Okay. He sits up and looks around and then reaches for a candle to start lighting it.
Okay. So
You can roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
Oh, that's low.
Stop muttering those things.
What is his perception? What'd you get?
18.
Okay. He does not seem to see anything out of the ordinary. He's kind of looking around because he did hear something that kind of startled him. And he looks at his axe and looks around and doesn't seem to see anything.
I'm going to wait to see if he goes back to sleep.
All right, he's going to stand up.
Okay.
This guy's naked. Big black guy. So, if you don't take any actions, he's going to go get himself some water downstairs.
Is there a light on right now?
He is carrying a candle.
Would that have? How well would I be able to, would my accuracy be then right now?
You would not have a mischance.
Interesting.
So,
but I wouldn't get that crit.
No, you wouldn't get that crit.
I'm gonna wait.
Okay. You sink back and wait. He does eventually go back to sleep.
Okay.
You run in 30 minutes on your oil.
All right. I take aim and take another shot.
Grab your percentile. I am lost. Where'd my... Here's a D10. Okay. What'd you get?
20.
Guess what? It's an automatic crit.
Okay.
So you do times 4 your damage.
Holy shit. So what is that?
What kind of damage do you do? D12?
1d12.
Okay, so that's 4 D12s.
Oh my god. He's dead.
You haven't rolled yet.
Oh. I think... Okay.
You could have just said 4 D12.
Oh, that's true.
Let's see, 9 plus 11 plus 12. Holy shit. Alright. This bullet rips its way across part of his chest up and throughout his shoulder. It doesn't actually hit him in the head. Due to the way he's lying, you probably just put a hole, like from almost on the rib cage to the shoulder bone.
Okay.
He screams. Just ah! And he is getting up, grabbing his axe, wondering what the fuck just hit him. Blood is everywhere. You're going to roll initiative.
Okay. Initiative is... God, it was so nice on the other sheet. Initiative is 4.
Where do I have your...
So I rolled an 8.
Congratulations. You rolled a 12.
Okay.
So we have Simon, then Daniel,
Okay.
then Yolda. Because that's going to wake the fuck out of her up. All right. You want to roll me your stealth check?
21.
Son of a bitch. He is going to stand up, look around, go to one of the dressers, basically pull out a potion and down it. Which is not enough, but we'll give him something.
Okay.
It is your turn.
I take another shot.
Okay. Roll it.
So I just want to make sure that's right. So it's a D20.
It's going to hit.
Okay.
D12 of damage.
10.
Son of a bitch! Where the fuck there you is? Okay. You drop another round into this guy, and it just kind of hits him. It makes that thunk sound as it hits his meaty flesh parts. He looks terrible. Just terrible. You do hear somebody rustle in the little girl's bedroom. And it's his turn. And he is going to run up to you and power attack.
But I'm across the house. Aren't I?
You have to be standing in the window in order to get up there and get a decent shot at him.
Okay, fair enough.
Basically, he's sticking this axe through a wall is his goal. Which lowers his ability to hit you. So hopefully he rolls high. Oh, that is not high. Any chance an 11 hits your AC?
Not a chance.
Okay. He brings this large axe down through the wall. You can just take a step back as he slices a great big chunk. Like you see the axe just kind of come through the wall like it's butter.
Mm-hmm.
It is your turn.
Okay.
You son of bitch.
I want to take a few steps back first.
Okay, you can do that.
Can I do that?
Yeah, it's basically a 5-foot shift is your freebie move.
All right, I do that, and then I take another shot.
Okay.
Holy shit. That's the
God.
max I can do.
So you want to roll for him to crit?
All right. 21.
That's confirmation. You do times 4 damage. That's 4d12.
All right, slash roll 4d12.
Yeah. So where do you want to hit him?
In the head.
Okay. You hit him in the head. It makes this really nice hole in the front of his forehead as his brains splatter across the back of the room. He is going to drop dead. A light turns on in the little girl's room.
Okay.
Next action.
I'm going to kill all of them. No witnesses.
Your next action.
I wait for the next person to come up.
So you're still standing outside the window?
I hide behind I take.
I mean, are you still outside or are you inside the house?
I'm outside the window currently.
Okay. You can do that. A 10-year-old girl with very pale skin and blonde hair, big blue eyes, in a nightgown comes out of the bedroom and screams. It's your turn.
Well, I'm sorry, little girl. 18.
That's going to hit.
I'm so sorry. This honestly is painful because I don't like killing children IRL. But I have to. I have to make.
Older people IRL's okay.
I have to make this.
I know he's a bad guy. That's gonna kill.
All right.
Yep. Round clean through the heart.
All right. Now for the cleaning lady or whatever. Fucking.
You do hear rustling downstairs. Hello? What's going on? And she starts making her way up the staircase. You want to just fire your gun?
Yeah. Miss.
Ooh. Touch AC. 9. That's a miss. She takes one, looks at you, screams, and starts running towards the door.
Do I have time to make another shot?
You get one more shot.
15.
Hits. It doesn't kill her. She gets out of the door and running into the street stumbling. You have an option. You can go try to take her out. That's going to take some time, or you could do the rest of your job and get lost.
Did she see my face?
She did.
In this darkness?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she needs to die.
Okay. Give me a move action, or no, just roll me another round.
Pardon? Oh, okay.
Fire again.
19.
Damage.
3.
Good enough. There's a lot of lights turning on out here, but all your witnesses are dead.
I go inside and I attempt to decapitate him.
Okay, you can use his axe. It happens to be very useful in decapitating things. So you decapitate him.
Okay. I take his head and put it in my bag. I take the axe and put it in my bag of holding. I drink the potion of invisibility, and I get out of there.
Okay. You successfully do that. Still one more job to do. You gotta go sell off this bag.
Okay.
I want you to roll... Yeah, you run that way. You run there. I want you to roll me a disguise check.
I don't... So it's just 1d20, I guess. 11.
Decent enough. So yeah, you find a party of adventurers. One of which you have been informed. He's pretty easy to spot because he's a freaky looking guy. He's a native of here. Purple skin, kind of scaly. Seems like an unsavory folk. Kind of looks like an idiot to you.
Are you going to be playing him during this?
I don't think I can.
He's pretty generic.
He's pretty generic. So how are you going to approach the situation?
I think the best way to talk to him is be direct.
Sure.
I go up to him and I say, "Hey,
what do you currently look like?"
I look like a standard gunslinger, not anything.
No, I mean you did disguise yourself a bit.
Okay. What do I look like? I look like a traveling merchant.
There you go. Okay. A traveling merchant approaches Sieg. What's your sales pitch?
Hello there. I am in the possession of a bag of holding. Now, the thing about this is that it has a magic seal on it, and I can't get it open, and I just want to get rid of it. Would you like to buy it off me for 5 gold?
So, here is a question. Let's do this way. Pretend you're Sieg right now. Merchant comes up to you and says, "Hi, I got this bag, blah, 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 blah. Would you like to buy it off me for 5 gold?
Sieg has, so in character, Sieg is generally fairly trusting. He hasn't had enough life experience yet to really see the dark underbelly of the world. So though he has done thieving, he hasn't yet done it enough to really see what the rest of the world is like.
So how about Sieg rolls me a sense motive check?
Okay, let me get up his character sheet. Sieg, Pathfinder, auto sheet.
Brilliant.
13.
Okay, this guy's totally on the up and up. Nothing seedy about this at all.
Nothing seedy at all. Great. Sure, I'd love to buy that. And I hand over the gold.
Okay. You get a raggedy-looking bag. It's got a little arcane seal on it. And the merchant thanks you for your time. And heads out.
He leaves. Sieg goes back to relaxing.
Sounds good. And I think that's where we're going to end this.
All right.
So, goodbye, everybody.